Happy Thursday, friends. Welcome back to Riri's Nursery. Wow, what do we have in here? Let's get to looking. Be right back. Well, welcome back, everyone, and happy Thursday. I want to give a disclaimer. One, it is a lot of overcast outside, so I do have my lights on. It is rainy today, so I decided it's cold and rainy, but a nice Thursday. And then two, I do not celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate any holidays. I am a Jehovah's Witness, so we do not celebrate secular holidays. So it is a nice Thursday off from work, enjoying with the family. I am doing my final two Lena babies today because I decided to do tomorrow as Fresh Face Friday because I do have some dolls that you guys have not seen before. And so I wanted to go ahead and do two today, which will be the final two for Lena. And my husband's home, so it gives me more time to just kind of, you know, not worry about too many interruptions because he's got the kids. And so it's a good day. It's a great day. So I hope everyone else is having a great Thursday. I hope everyone is enjoying their off day if you're in America and you're having a great Thursday off. But don't get it twisted. I am catching some good sales. I'm catching some good Black Friday sales. I will be doing that. But that's my disclaimer for today. So welcome back to my channel, you guys. And I can't wait to share my final two babies with you guys. Okay, so let's get started. So like I was saying with the weather, I've got on several pain patches today because my arm is, I had it wrapped earlier to kind of help give it a break, but you know. But I got the pain patches on board to help out. So today, you guys, I see I got on my Winnie the Pooh sweater, and then I got like my little bee earrings on. So I was like, I felt like, you know, I'm hurting. The weather's gloomy, so I need to put a smile on my face. And Winnie the Pooh is my comfort. Winnie the Pooh and llamas. So that's my thing. So today, to my favorite two babies from Lena. Now, I love all Lena's babies that she's created for me. And some are, like I said, are really close to my heart. But this one and my other one that I'm going to share with you are my top faves. So what we're going to do, before we get to this cutie in this basket, and this is where this little one stays rested away from the world, let's go to my toddler doll that Lena created. And this is the Miley sculpt, and Lena brought this beauty to life, and I named her Saoirse. Now, by pure chance, when I saw that Lena was bringing this beauty to life, Miley sculpt was a sculpt that I really wanted, and then when I saw that she was creating her, I stalked, I watched, I was like, oh my gosh, I want this doll. But then when I saw how she was creating and making her, she just made the freckles. I did a video when I had her just showing details of Lena did not miss a detail on this doll. The detailing on her is perfection. And the freckles. And see, I was like, oh wait, she's got this is my baby girl. I was like, this is my baby girl. Now, and her eye color is a green color, which is my favorite, green. My dad has bluish green eyes, and so just depending on the season, how his eyes will look more blue than green. But that's what I loved about her, is that just the look of her is familiar. She just looks like part of the family. But I was just head over heels with this doll when I first saw her from Lena. There we go. Get back in shot. When I saw her from Lena, and I just loved her. So her name is an Irish name, and it's a favorite Irish name of mine. And so, like I've said before, I love unique names. I love names that people might be like, oh, that's hard to pronounce, that's hard to spell. Then that's the name I want. And so, I just love this name. And I had to use it on one of my dolls. So when I knew she was being created and I hoped to get her, and when I did have the opportunity to get her, I was like, I knew her name. And so once she was all mine, I let Lena know. And this little beauty became my Saoirse. And she's just a beautiful doll. She truly is. Now, a little history. It was so funny. Now, usually with shipping, I have issues with USPS. But FedEx is how she came. And when I tell you those suckers crushed her box, but they crushed her head. And thankfully, it was the varnish that was messed up, but they crushed her head. And so Lena lovingly took her back. I was able to get her, take all the pictures that we needed to take. I sent her back to Lena, and you would never know that there was any issues with her. But Lena is so good. And like I said, I'm grateful that it was only like the varnish that was messed up when they crushed her head. And Lena took her back and was able to fix her. So no issues, and she just looks amazing. Her hair, this hair, she had little ribbons in her hair and stuff from Lena. This hair is human hair that Lena got. And when I tell you, it's so soft. But Lena was like, no, that is real human hair that she got and put on her head. And it's gorgeous. It is so beautiful. And I just put this little, and it's not a heavy headband. It's loose. So it fits on her really nice. And I want to shout out one of my followers who asked the question, Miss Tori. And I'm going to tag you, Miss Tori. You had a question about Bountiful Baby because I had shared my Darren Asleep that Lena did. And you asked about how they get permission for the real borns. Bountiful Baby owns, these are kids from Bountiful Baby. I don't know if it's family, friends, people who work there, but it's these parents that they give permission for their babies to be scanned and to have their faces created, you know, have their bodies and everything created from the 3D scan. So they get that permission, and then Bountiful Baby mass produces all of these kits made from scans. So there is permission from the parents. They just don't do it. It's people who willingly say, here's my baby. Now make it a vinyl or make it a silicone. That's how they do that. And there's other people who do, I want to say DMH Studios. If you ever look at DMH Studios, they have I think it's the Leonidas is the sculpt. And now he just had his sister done. His mom, who is also an artist, she had given Doris from DMH Studios the permission to do her babies. And she created those kits, those silicone kits, and made those babies. So they have to get permission, and then they just create those babies. Now, so I hope that answers your question, Miss Tori, and thank you for asking it. So we are going to look at Miss Saoirse's brother, who is in this basket. He is my first babe from Lena. So he is the one that started my addiction off with Lena Smith. So let's get him out of here. I love this little boy. Look at him. This is the Jordis sculpt by Sabine Altenkirch. And his name is Kahi. It's a name that I have loved for over 20 years. And I got to use it. I've had that name for a long, long time that I wanted to use, and I got to use it with him. He was the first baby from Lena that I got. Now, during the time when I first started my journey in Reborn, there was, I had some other kits that were my first that I had gotten, but I had first saw him when Lena was posting him, and she had did him with painted hair. And he had been sitting on her website for a little bit, and he hadn't sold yet. So I was trying to save my money so that I can get, because at one time she used to have this where you had a waiting list and you had to put some money down to hold your spot. And so if she had a baby that came up, then you could be first to get it. So I was saving my money so I can get onto her waiting list so that I could get him when he became available. And then I got to the point where I could get on the waiting list. But she wound up pulling him back because I didn't realize what she was doing, but she had pulled him back to add hair because he hadn't sold yet. And I was, you know, I'm sitting there like, oh, good, I'm glad he hasn't sold yet. But I was in love. When I first saw him, I fell in love with him. Now, I got on the list, but I was like number 6 because there's only 6 spots. So I was number 6. So I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. So then she brought him back out and he had the hair. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean, I loved him with the painted hair, but I loved him even more when she put the rooted hair on him. But I still was like, oh my gosh, I'm number 6. What if now somebody wants him? So I was anxiously waiting. And she had to go through the list when she finally released, you know, him saying he was ready. And so I'm just sitting there waiting and praying, like, please don't let somebody want him. And oh my gosh, I got him, obviously. But when I tell you, I was just over the moon because I already knew his name. I wanted him from the beginning and I was just ecstatic. So he was my first YouTube video. He was my first box opening. Like when Lena wasn't lying, when she put a baby shower in a box, it was my first experience with her box openings and baby shower in a box. I'll tag the video down below, just in case if anyone hasn't seen it, but it's my first video. And he started it all. He started the journey on YouTube. He made me just fall in love with Lena Smith. The woman is amazing when it comes to painting because she paints everything from light to dark. She does it. And she's humble. She doesn't claim to be the best, but she's good. She's really, really good. And these are my top 2 faves from her. Just the way she looks as far as just feeling that connection as far as family. But like my Elizabeth that I showed the other day, Elizabeth comes in 3rd place. They're like my top faves from Lena. And so I am I just love these dolls that she's created. But this little man here, when I tell you, he is my forever. I can say out of all my dolls from Lena, he is never going anywhere. So he will close the century with me. He will be with me. I mean, look at him. Oh my God. The way she painted him, the tones, the coloring, his hands, everything. You see he's got his own spot. He stays well protected away from sunlight, dust, children, everything. Kahi is my favorite doll in my nursery. He is the king of the nursery. He is just the best. My favorite doll. He truly is. And I really just love this little reborn. But Lena she did a great job with him. And to this day, it's my favorite from him. And then I got his sister, Saoirse, and like I said, just the other ones too that I've gotten from her. I love them all. Because I love her painting style. She really tries to bring that doll to life. Every doll she creates, she does her best to bring it to life. So when you see it, you believe it's going to breathe. But I have to say, when I see him, yes, I wait to see his breathing. And this kid, I have to say, the Jordis kid is a fave for mine because his face is just, it makes me, it just brings back nostalgia from when my babies were little. Because all babies have that little grimace that they make. And so that's what I love about his face. It's that grimace. And it's also what I like about Sabine's sculpting, because some of her babies look like they could be siblings. So I love most of Sabine's dolls that she's made, or that sculptor made, because I love that little face. So I'm so happy to be able to have shared my final 2 babies with you guys today. Again, thank you for this week of sharing in my love of Miss Lena Smith as the artist spotlight today. Again, the month's not over yet. We still have some more dolls to see. I hope everyone, again, you're having a great Thursday, a happy day off from work if that's where if you're off today. Or if you had to work, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So I hope everyone has a good one. I will be back tomorrow with Fresh Face Friday, so I can show you some dolls you haven't seen before. And back with another video. So until then, friends, I will talk to you all later. Bye.